ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमः, ऋषिभ्यो नमः, मुनिभ्यो नमः, गुरुभ्यो नमः, ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः, आचार्येभ्यो नमः, भक्तेभ्यो नमः, साधकेभ्यो नमः, साधुभ्यो नमः, तीर्थेभ्यो नमः, क्षेत्रेभ्यो नमः, नदीनदेभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णुवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षिये सूतमहामुने शौनकादृषिभ्यो अत्र्यादृषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ षड्विंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच Saluting to the Lord, saluting to the Gurus of Bhagavatam and in our life, saluting to all the Sanatana Dharma, Rishis and Munis. Some of them, their names we know, many we don't know, but all those Rishi Munis, expression of Bhagavan only, are trying to continuously guide all the jivas towards their evolution. And how many such great gurus, rishis, mahatmas in our so many lives of evolution have come into our life and have guided, blessed us at various twists and turns we don't know. And in future also, from how many expressions of Bhagwan in the form of saints, we may need the guidance, blessings. To all of them we salute. And then, like every day, today also we start our class with the joy of chanting Bhagavata Mahapurana, which is none other than the expression of Bhagavan Krishna Sakshat. Srimad Bhagavata Kyoyam Pratyaksha Krishna Eva Hi. Chanting Bhagavata is directly in contact with Bhagavan Krishna. We will be doing Sri Bhagavan Vacha as well as some 10-15 slokas from the next chapter also. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Evam Pragayan Rupadeva Devaha Sa Urvashi Lokamatho Vihaya Atmanamaatmanyawagamya Mam Vai Ubaramadjnana Vidhuta Moha Tato Dussangamutsrujya Satsu Sajjeta Buddhiman Santa Etasya Chindanti Manovyasangamukti सन्तोनपेक्षावच्चित्ताः प्रशान्ताः समदर्शिनः निर्ममा निरहङ्काराः निर्द्वन्द्वा निष्परिग्रहाः तेषु नित्यं महाभागेषु मत्कथाः सम्भवन्ति हितान् नॄणां जुषतां प्रपुनन्त्यघम् ताये शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति ह्यनुमोदन्ति चाद्रुताः मत्पराः श्रद्धानाश्च भक्तिं विन्दन्ति ते मयि भक्तिं लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनन्तगुणे ब्रह्मणि आनन्दानुभवात्मनि यथोपश्रयमाणस्य भगवन्तं विभावसुं शीतं भयं तमोप्येति साधून् संसेवतस्तथा निमज्जोन्मज्जतां घोरे भवाब्धौ परमायनं सन्तो ब्रह्मविदः शान्ताः नौर्दृढे वाप्सु मज्जताम् अन्नं हि प्राणिनां प्राणः आर्तानां शरणं त्वहं धर्मो वित्तं नृणां प्रेत्य सन्तोर्वाक् बिभ्यतोरणं सन्तो दिशन्ति चक्षुंषि बहिरर्कः समुत्थितः देवताः बान्धवाः सन्तः सन्त आत्माहमेव च वैतसेनस्ततोऽप्येवम् उर्वश्यालोकनिःस्पृहः मुक्तसङ्गो महीमेताम् आत्मा रामश्चचारः। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे षड्विंशोऽध्यायः। ओं श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। उद्धव उवाच क्रियायोगं समाचक्ष्व भवताराधनं प्रभो यस्मात् त्वां ये यथार्चन्ति सात्वताः सात्वतर्षभ। एतत् वदन्ति मुनयः मुहुर्निःश्रेयसं नृणां नारदो भगवान् व्यासः आचार्योऽङ्गिरसः सुतः निःसृतं ते मुखाम्बोजात् यदाह भगवानज अजः पुत्रेभ्यो भृगुमुख्येभ्यः देव्यै च भगवान् भवः। एतद्वै सर्ववर्णानाम् आश्रमाणां च सम्मतं श्रेयसाम् उत्तमं मन्ये स्त्रीशूद्राणां च मानदः। एतत् कमलपत्राक्ष कर्मबन्धविमोचनं भक्ताय चानुरक्ताय ब्रूहि विश्वेश्वरेश्वर। श्रीभगवानुवाच न ह्यन्तोऽनन्तपारस्य कर्मकाण्डस्य चोद्धव संक्षिप्तं वर्णयिष्यामि यथा वदनुपूर्वशः। वैदिकस्तान्त्रिको मिश्रः इति मे त्रिविधो मखः त्रयाणाम् ईप्सितेनैव विधिना मां समर्चयेत्। यदा स्वनिगमेनोक्तं द्विजत्वं प्राप्य पूरुषः यथा यजेत मां भक्त्या श्रद्धया तन्निबोध मे। अर्चायां स्थण्डिलेग्नौ वा सूर्ये वाप्सु हृदि द्विजे द्रव्येण भक्तियुक्तोर्चेत् स्वगुरुं माम् अमायय। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। कृष्णप्रियं सकलकल्मषनाशनं च मुक्त्येकहेतुमिह भक्तिविलासकारि सन्तः कथानकमिदं विवतादरेण लोके हि तीर्थपरिशीलनसेवया किम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। Om Atha Shadvimshodhyayah. It's all Bhagavad Krupa. We are here in the Satsang of Bhagavata. Mukti hitva anyata rupam swarupena vyavastiti. It can be understood two levels. The mukti, if we want, by knowing the truth, then know the truth get established. If we want the mukti in the vyavahara, while being in the vyavahara, in what way if we live, all shanti sukha come to us, not the shanti dukkha, which is mentioned in Shastra as dharma. When we live that dharma, then even in the vyavahara we are not baddha or the bound. See, in many departments, many places, even in politics, those who are the honest leaders, they are mukta because they are honest. They are true, they are righteous. According to their own goal or the manifesto of serving the world. When they do it, nobody in the world can blame them. That is a mukti. So the dharma gives us mukti in the vyavahara. And the Atma Jnanam gives us mukti in the Adhyatmika Bhasha. Both mukti we have to enjoy. That is called as Anyatha Rupam Hitva. In the spirituality, Anyatha Rupam is Dehovam Jivosmi Devosmi. Dehosmi and Jivosmi. Giving up that and discovering Aham Brahmasmi is Adhyatmika Moksha. In the Vyavahara, what is our the Varna Ashrama? We belong to fulfilling those duties beautifully and fulfilling them for the fulfillment of them, not expecting anything else. That's called Mukti. Then what's required for our survival and all? Bhagavan says, I will give them Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. I told you, Bhagavan gives food to every bird and ant. As long as those jivas have prarabdha in this deha. Even to criminals also Bhagavan gives bhojanam as long as they are alive in the deha. So why should we worry? He will give us also. We should need only two things. One, the bhojanam for survival. Second is surviving for doing the dharma for the sake of dharma. Second one we should take care of. First one he takes care of. Even in the Adhyatmika sadhana, the sadhana we have to take care of as we understand, as we are given by Shastra. Slowly the evolution till the emancipation, till the experience is gained, he is always there again continuously to help us. That is what both in the world as well as spirituality, karmanyeva adhikaraste. You don't worry about the phala that is in my hands. Definitely I'll see that it reaches to you. Having said this, we are in this Bhagavatam, in this Ekadasha Skandha, 26th chapter. After the Pururava Upakhyanam, Bhagavan taking that as a help, continuing to Uddhava the teaching. This is the final teaching of Krishna to say that this is the first sadhana to be done. In the teachings, he kept it as almost final because whatever is final, that we remember. But in life, this must be first. And that is the SATSANG Mahima and the Santa Mahima. And this Pururava also, from that Dussanga, whatever the Dukkha he got, he came out of that by the Satsanga. He had the three Satsangas. One, Urvashi herself gave some Satsanga, which at that time he did not receive, therefore he suffered. Later on, when she went away, his mind became little dukkha rahita. He understood that second satsanga was he recollected, remembered all those things which he heard from the Gurus Mahatmas, as well as he might have met some of the Mahatmas at this time. Two satsangas are over for him. The third satsanga is with the help of these two, he gave satsanga to himself. That's what the portion we studied, where he did all the Pratibhaksha Bhavana, Dosha Drushti, all karke, finally he came out of that. The last line was so good. असंप्रयुञ्जित प्राणान् शाम्यति स्थिमितं मनः अदृष्टाद् अश्रुताद् भावात् न भाव उपजायते विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगात् मनः क्षुभिति नान्यथा. We have seen that exhaustively. Now yesterday Bhagavan defined who is a Buddhiman. 2 days we saw this topic. There are two things. The Buddhiman does this, and when he does this, he goes on growing in his Buddhimatta. Again I am repeating, even a little buddhi he has got, he will do this. When he does this, his buddhi starts going on, growing, he will become Buddhiman. What is that? Buddhi should always discriminate and decide. So in this world, only two things are there. One to destroy us, other to make us. That which destroys us is called a Dussanga. That which helps us to grow is called Satsanga. Buddhiman should discriminate in both of them. And if he is truly Buddhiman, that which destroys him called Dussanga, he should Utsrujya. He should give up. It will not go away. We have to give it up. Dussanga will not go away. We have to give up. Dussanga will not go away. We have to give up. Dussanga will not go away by itself. We have to give up. This is first thing of the buddhi. Second is what? Satsu sajjeta. He should do the sangha with the sat. Satsanga will not come by itself. We have to go. Satsanga is available. It will not come. We have to go. And yesterday, around 30 minutes we spent in explaining the power of the word sajjeta. लगे रहो, चिपक के रहो, कुछ भी हो जाए छोड़ना मत. So many examples we give. So satsu sajjeta buddhiman. Buddhi. Then as he is in the satsanga, satsanga includes with the Mahatma, with the Shastra, with the listening of the Jnanam of the Shastra, which tells Dharma, which tells us Bandha Moksha, ityadi. Yes, sir. When it is done, what will happen? Those Santa in the satsanga, etasya chindanti mano vyasangam. Mano vyasanga is a peculiar situation in our life where we are in a vicious circle of continuous struggle and suffering. Vicious circle of continuous struggle and suffering. That is called vyasangam. We are not able to come out of it by ourselves. They do it. What is that vicious circle which is called a manovyasangam? The vasanas, the desires, the actions, the karma phala. To get the karma phala, going into different deha, and there along with going through karma phala, again adding new karma which become vasana, again which prompt the desire, again we do karma. Always the mind, be attentive, is in that chakra only. It is not able to rise above it, see beyond it, or withdraw from it, look within the mind. That state is called a manovyasangam. That also includes all the desire prompted papa karma and the regrets and guilt. And obviously when the papa is done, the phala will be dukkha only. So he is dukkha. Not able to give up the papa vichara, not able to give up the papa karma, not able to give up, cannot give up obviously the papa phala called as dukkha. In another way, sometimes he wants to come out, but he is not getting an idea. Those are willingly involving into vyasangam and suffering. Or sometimes, some are what? They want to come out of it, but they don't know how to come out of it. To them, the Santa gives that helping hand, come out. Santaha etasya chindanti mano vyasangam. So they will see to it that like a bandhan को छुड़ाना है किसी को, पूरा रस्सी जो भी बांध रहा है काटना है पूरा. So they do the chedanam of entire chain of bandha which the person has got in the mind toward the world, etc. So santa etasya chindanti mano vyasangam. पूरा मन से हर तरह का व्यासंग को. What is V and A and Sangha? Yesterday we have exhausted again. That also explained. They, the Santa, with their power of love for us, with their power of their own experience, with their power of their own devotion to God, the three-pronged power, their uktis, their speeches, their guidance, their direction are so powerful that they help us to come out of our gadwad in the mind. Vyasangam. Therefore, in other words, what is said here? The ukti of the Satta, the words of the Santa. That is called Sa Ukti or Su Ukti, or Sukti or Subhashita. The Bhashanam of the Santa, the Ukti of the Santa, we have to respect, revere, follow. It will never destroy us, it always helps only. That is what Hanumanji in Tulsi Ramayana, when he listens to Rama Rama, Nama in the morning, he is first Iha Kaha Sajjana Kara Bhasa. How come there is Sajjana in this Dushta Rakshasa Ravana Palita Lanka? It's all Rakshasas. है ना? फिर भी then he says साधु ते होई न कारज हानि. साधु से कार्य का हानि नहीं होता है, बल्कि कार्य सफल होता है. Then he only calls Vibhishana ji and he comes. Then what a beautiful dialogue discussion that is presented there. Pava Anirvacha Vishrama. Dono talking about Lord Rama's glory, they get the endless Vishram. The Vishranti for Hanumanji, because he came flying so much and he has lot of mission to accomplish of searching Sitaji, fighting with the Rakshasas, burning Lanka, and he'll have to go back. And the Vishrama for Vibhishana is what? He is always in the anxiety. When will have a darshan of Bhagavan? Now he met Hanumanji. Hanumanji is assuring, see, Rama is going to come. Both of them got the Anirvacha Vishrama. So here it's a beauty. Hanumanji also got satsanga from Vibhishana. Vibhishana also got satsanga from Hanuman. Vibhishana taught him how to meet Sita Mata. Hanumanji taught him how to surrender to Rama. That's why when Rama came, Vibhishana came to know, he just went and surrendered. Dekho, the Vyasanga in mind of Hanumanji, that where is Sita, how to find her and all, was removed by the Ukti of the Santa Vibhishana. Then the Vyasanga in the Vibhishana. Vyasanga is a down tension. Ki, I am born in Rakshasa family, I am a Tamasa Tanuha, all those shlokas if you see, will the Lord give darshana? What Hanumanji said, Are we are animals, we are bandar. Pratale jo naam hamara, tehi din tahin milai ahara, athama asamai adama sakha sunu, mohu para ravvira, kinhi kripa sumiri guna, bhare vilochana nira. So he removed trasa of Vibhishana. Vyasangam, the tension, will Rama give me? For various reasons. I am tamasic, actually he is Suddha Sattva Guni. Second is he is born in Rakshasa family. Third, he is his direct younger brother to the main culprit, the Ravana. How kitne disqualification hai? Therefore, he is natural to have those Vyasangam. But Hanumanji said, Are we are Bandhar, he has given us also. Why will not he give? He will definitely. An example. So to everywhere. The Santa, by their Ukti only, can remove the vagaries of the mind which are troubling us. Okay? They will remove our doubts regarding Dharma, Adharma, regarding Papa, Punya, regarding Nyaya, Anyaya, at one level. Then they also help us in making us understand the limitations of the Upadis, in making us understand the way the world is going on now, the Yuga, and also they make us understand the Vyashti and Samashti Prarabdha. By that also, they help us in coming out of the Vyasanga of the Mana, called as those some worries, some dukkha, which are inevitable. And the ultimate Vyasanga of the Mana, which they remove with their Ukti. Here the Ukti therefore is Tattvamasi Adi Mahavakya. Through that Mahavakya Upadesha of Tattvamasi, the Mano Vyasangam they remove. Means what? The mind's variety of projections of the Lord on the Jagat, and also the consequent Raga Dvesha in the mind only towards the Jagat, by which totally we are caught up in the Jagat in such a way that we are not remembering the Lord at all. This aspect, along with the mind itself, मन के सारे खेलों के साथ मन को, मन के साथ मन के सारे खेलों को, all of that chindanti. They make the mind set right of ours, freeing it from all projections. Then they make us through their teaching even transcend the mind. Here, Manovyasanga is two levels. One is all the negativities in the mind. Second is mind itself is negative. We have to transcend. So the purification of mind is one Vyasangam. Mind itself is second Vyasangam. Through their mukti, speeches, satsanga, lecture, direction, they make us do the chedanam of both of them. So they remove in Vedantic Bhasha through their uktis entire vikshepa and they remove the avarana. Or they remove the avaranam, obviously the vikshepa goes away. This is called their power of ukti. And you are seeing it nowadays in all our 6 classes which we are studying. It is only in our inability to study or listen properly that quickly the results are not coming. Otherwise, with some upasanas, if we have made ourselves qualified, with little more shraddhas, with little more of efforts, by now to a great extent, the problems of the mind and the problem called as mind, both of them we could have transcended. And this sadhana being taking time, it takes time. That's another reason. Whatever, have this faith because Bhagavan himself is saying that the company of the Santa sees to it that all the mind with its problems cease to exist too. Santayetasya chindante manovyasanga muktivihi. And then more and more we are always in the company of the Santa. They teach us to live at the Buddhi level and the Paramatma level. When we are at the Buddhi level, we are in the Dharma. When we are in Paramatma level, we are in Bhakti and Jnana. When we are in Bhakti and Jnana life and Dharma life, how will they? Where is the chance for us to get bondage, dukkha? That is the beauty of them. They won't allow us to come to level of mana, indriya and deha. Continuously they feed our intellects with the knowledge of the higher, that we live up to that higher understood in the intellect only, never allowing coming to lower level. Like at the time of freedom struggle, all the great speakers, the freedom fighters, gave such a inspiring lectures to the Janata that they wanted the freedom for India, for that they were even ready to sacrifice their life. When they are ready to sacrifice their life itself, where is the question of the attachments of the mind, attachment for the senses and its bhoga, attachments for the deha and its laziness? People from the tribals, villages, they just rise to the occasion, followed those Mahatmas and kicked out those Britishers. How did they do it? With their Upadesha, they made the people to live the life at the intellectual level. And what they taught is, it is our country. We have to live freely. We should get freedom. We should get liberated from their bondage. Kick them away. If you understand that example, in the same way the Mahatmas will help us to live life at the intellectual level, which tells us to live dharma, because when you have intellect pakka, it will easily catch that living the dharma is the only and the easiest way to save our skin while living in this world. I am repeating again. Living the life at the level of dharma is the only way to save our skin while living in this world, in any yuga. कोई किसी को हिम्मत नहीं होता टच करने को if you live the life of dharma. And that I have to live life of dharma for my full safety and protection is an intellectual conviction, which is corrupted when the intellect is not very powerful by the mind's emotions, projections, desires, and also by the temptations of the senses. The Santavani will tell us always to live life dharma, which is an intellectual conviction. The other side, What is the purpose of the entire life? Is nothing but to know the Lord, be one with the Lord, or surrender the Lord. That is done through bhakti and jnanam. Those ukti they keep on teaching. When these two are done, where is the mano vyasanga chance? Not at all there. Therefore, uska chedan, vedan, nashan, jwalan ho gaya uska. It is cut asunder, it is made into pieces, it is burnt and it is destroyed. Entire mana vyasanga. Now try to imagine for imagine's sake. I know it's very tough and difficult. Still try karo. A life of yours or mine. For me, mine. For yours, yours. For you. Wherein there is no indriya deha mana dominating. But they are only the servants of the convictions of the intellect about the dharma, about the sadhana for the bhakti and jnana. If our life is fully involved in that only, how would be our state of life? Even to understand this, we have to pause and analyze and know in what way of life, misguided by the senses, mana, deha, we are living. पहले इसको समझना है, फिर एक्सेप्ट करना है. समझना क्या है कि वी आर लिविंग लाइफ एट देहेंद्रिय मन लेवल. एक्सेप्ट करना है कि बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ओनली ऑल प्रॉब्लम्स आर कमिंग. देन दिस इमेजिनेशन where intellect convince dharma, like any desha bhakta, any political leader, any doctor. I am in this profession only to the serving. That service to the people is the service of the Lord of Lords, like Gurudev says. We believe that the service of our country is the service of Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is the devotion to Supreme Self. If we get abiding in this principle given to us by Gurudev, our life would be different. Is it not? Every one of us are seeking that only, but we are vague, we are confused. We don't know how to do that. Sant Mahatma, they convince us. Only we should have faith in them, their teaching. They have all the logics, examples, authority of the Shastra, and their own experience. सब मिलाकर वो लोग हमको बुद्धि में धर्म का, भक्ति ज्ञान का क्या कहते हैं, गाइडेंस और नॉलेज भरकर हमें ये मन के लेवल का अर्थ काम से बचाते हैं. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ संत एतस्य चिंदन्ति मनो व्यासंग मुक्तिः. इन अनदर वर्ड्स, फ्रॉम द इमीडिएट मन प्रॉब्लम ऑफ दुख to the ultimate mana problem, that mana itself the cause of all problem, they solve it. That's how, by making us realize aham brahmas. Ultimate है वो aham brahmas. Immediate क्या है? At this very moment, whatever the glani we have in your mana, that with an advice they remove that dukkha, or they say भाई ये ऐसा स्थिति है, everybody went through it, just take Bhagavan's nama, hold on to his feet, accept that it is his prasad, just go through it. He one believes that in एक second में वो दुख चला जाता. There are millions in the world who, by one utterance of sentence of the Guru, have come out of the bigger and bigger dukkha of the mana, even attachments of the mana. There's a power of the ukti of the santa. इसलिए संत वाणी कहीं कभी भी नहीं छोड़ना, निरंतर सुनना. हो गया? Exhaustively we saw yesterday also. Today also we touched upon little. So that deep in our heart, the conviction about the glory of Santa Mahatma and the conviction about we will pay all the price cost required to obtain that Santa Sangha. We have to be deeply convinced in the heart, to such an extent that there should be no moment, even no day or no moment, without ourselves being in satsang. ऑल द टाइम दो संतों का किताबें चारों तरफ पढ़ते रहना. फिर उन पढ़े हुए चीज़ें, ऑल दोज नॉलेजेस थॉट्स ऑलवेज रिंगिंग इन माई माइंड, लाइक लॉर्ड कृष्ण इज अ संत, हिज उक्ति इज भगवद गीता. So keep on revolving yourself in the knowledge given in Gita. How can anybody trouble us? How can the mind trouble us? Oh yeah. Now in this next mantra number 727, we were seeing the Divya Guna of the Santa, which are the क्या कहते हैं, blessings to the world and society. When such a Santa with such gunas natural are living the world on this world. Always remember, directly Bhagavan comes. His tejas we cannot withhold. We cannot hold on. We cannot hold it. Therefore, he minimizing is the tejas effect without compromising it with his power of grace comes in the form of Santa. वो जमीन वो धरती जहाँ संतों के चरण पड़ते हैं, that is divinized. Either murkha people who don't know how to tune to it, therefore they don't get benefit. But a wise people, there are people in the world, great, interesting. 30, 20 years they are with Gurudev, but minimum benefit they got. Because of always they are with Gurudev only for their ego. But there are some people, only once they met, only one interaction, maybe in a minute or two, whole life of theirs changed. That second one is called satsang. Because he had such a devotion surrender, he took to his heart what Gurudev said in that 1 minute. Mukti ho gaya unko. But other people are at the physical level only, they are around, that also for their own ahankara. For them, I is important when they are with Gurudev, not Gurudev. Therefore, they try to present themselves there, and what Gurudev is teaching, they were absent for that. Therefore, they didn't get that much benefit. What I am saying here, though the benefit of the grace of the Guru is so powerful, yet they did not get. Now remember, गुरु आप दे संत या भगवान है ना, सब देते हैं लेकिन जबरदस्ती नहीं करते. Like Lord Surya is kind, compassionate to give all his heat and light through kiranas. But he cannot do Zabardasti when I close all my doors and windows and stay inside. If you can catch this one, he is ready to bless, but you have to come out of your own closed doors. He will not pierce through and do Zabardasti. Always remember, Santa and Guru, they don't force Bhagavan, but they are ready to help forcefully when we seek the help. That's in our hands. When you open the doors, windows, what a beautiful sunlight you enjoyed. It was always there. It is always there. It will always be there. But my self have blocked that grace by living myself in the closed doors of ashraddha, disrespect, disinterest, disobedience. These are the nonsense. If you can drop them, the one ukti of the Sant is enough. The many, in one ukti, that was enough for them. They took that as pramanam. Sayat pramanam kurte lokastadan vartate. That was enough for them. The Guru said, the Mahatma said, I am doing. The many. Once they went and met Mahatma, 50, 30, 40 years back. The Mahatma gave them one mantra upadesh. Thereafter, they never met that Mahatma. They never went to any mandir or anywhere. But that one mantra upadesh, whatever Mahatma gave, he went on doing in those 20 saal mein. All his antakarna became Shuddha. He had even Bhagavad Darshana. He himself became a Sant. All the formality of Viveka, Vairaki, Samadhi, Satka, Sampati, going to Gurukula, listening, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all of that was included to him in his following of that one Ukti of the Sant. These are all little intricate, subtle points. Santa Sagamagama is a different effort, it's a different experience. The highest level of Santa Samagama is when we are with the Sant, we should not be there. When we are not there, He alone is there in our heart, in our life. That's the highest level we can try to reach. So, what are the Lakshanas of Santa? We saw half of them, 4 or 5, remaining 4 are there. Santonapeksha machittaha prashantaha samadarshinaha nirmama nirahankaraha nirdvandva nishparigraha. So, what is the meaning of anapeksha? We spoke yesterday exhaustively. So you need not feel insecure with them because they don't have any apeksha from us. We exhaustively spoken. Then they are machitaha. Their chitta is always soaked in Paramatma's bhakti, tuned to Bhagavan. Therefore, actually, they are the counter of Bhagavan only. Bhagavan expresses through. And because their chitta is in Bhagavan and they are in always Bhagavan's Ananda, they cannot but speak correct, speak truth. Therefore, their Ukti has such a power because they are Machitta. Machitta means their chitta is soaked in me. Chitta means Manabuddhi Ahankara, all that we saw yesterday. Again, I will not repeat. Third one was Prashantaha. There's such a deep level of Prashanti they are in that none of anything that happen at the surface level can disturb their commitment to grace or bless or guide us. Prashantaha. They are absolutely at the ultimate level of peace. Okay. Then they are Samadarshanaha Darshana. Yesterday we saw Samadarshinaha. Samadarshana is means what? They are seeing in and through everything. Only Paramatma's Leela and presence. Therefore, they don't get carried away any happening in the world. Therefore, because of their Sama means Bhagavad Darshana in the world. For them, they have nothing to gain or lose. It's a krida going on. At that stage of their Samadarshana Stati, when you and I go with our problems because we don't have the knowledge, they guide us with the right knowledge. Yesterday we saw the meaning of Samadarshi is no Vishamata will create Vishamata in them. They're always in their Samadrushti like a doctor towards all patients. Different patients come and different treatments he does. But the drushti is sama, all of them should go out of this hospital healthy, freeing themselves from the diseases. They are samadarshina. Like Gita mein panditaha samadarshina. Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavi hastini shunichaiva shapakecha panditaha samadarshina. Bhagavad Gita talks about samatva right from chapter 2. It starts. सुख दुखे समय कृत्वा लाभ लाभो समय कृत्वा जया जय समय कृत्वा ततः युद्धाय युज्यस्व. Then निर्दोषमि समम ब्रह्म, the 5th chapter. Then सुहृन् मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्थ देश बंधुषु साधुष्वपि च भावे समबुद्धिर् विशिष्यते, in the 6th chapter. Everywhere, Gita, 12th chapter, samashatro cha mitre cha, and 14th chapter, samaloshta kanchanaha. Last samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtanta parameshwaram vinashyatsu avinashyantam yah pashyati sapashyati. Everywhere we can see that. This is the 13th chapter sloka. So here the Santa are Samadarshina. And every Vishamata or differences are only at the empirical Vyavahara level. Only to that extent they give value. They see the Leela Paramatma through all the Upadis. Like goldsmith sees the Leela of the gold alone through all the ornaments. He is Samadarshi. He is seeing gold only it's a Leela of the gold in the form of so many ornaments. At some place it takes that shape and name and form and acts like a Nathani. In another place it takes shape like a earring. Like another place in the necklace. Everything is Leela of the gold. Somewhere it's a bangle. Is it not? Somewhere a ring. Gold. The 3 rings you know all the time. No? One is wedding ring. Second is, one is engagement ring first. Then the wedding ring. Then suffering. The 3 rings. So, the goldsmith's vision. Leela of the gold. Everywhere. So too, the Sant Samadarshi is seeing the Leela of Paramatma in anything it's happening. Therefore, it's not perturbed only. Clear? Therefore, he will not have any disturbance, imbalance in the mind. Samadarshi. I'm telling you, one Samadarshitva means what? Everything is, there's a birth, there is a death. दोनों में it is Paramaatma's Leela. There's a disease, there is a health. Paramatma Leela. There's a Lama and Hani. दोनों में उनकी लीला है. Samadarshi. So too, because of vision of that Sama existing Paramatma, all the superficial differences, he may act according to that or depending on situation, but he will not be compromising with his Samadarshitva because of his Vyavahar. Therefore, outside he may behave according to requirement. But Vishavada, born out of the caste or the creed or religion or nation or the gender, nationality, gender, or let us say the rich and poor, young and old, कोई भी विषमताएं हैं, they're all the beauties and ornaments of the world, they're only upadhi yukta, upadhi krita. See, upadhi bhedat swayameva bhidyate cha, upadhya pohe swayameva kevalah. तस्माद उपाधेर विलयाय विद्वन वसेत सदा कल्प समाधि निष्ठया. ब्यूटिफुल श्लोक विवेक चूड़ामणि आत्मबोध. लिया समदर्शिनः. And in their samadarshinattva, anybody comes to them like a doctor. They want to see to it that his bhava samsara roga along with its cause of avidya and ajnana should go away. That's how the Santa treat them. That's called Samadarshi. Sometimes he will give the treatment which works immediately. If the patient coming to him is ready to receive that medication. In other cases, if he is not immediately ready to receive it, he will sow the seed of it. And he hands over that person to other guru, or he just watches till that seed becomes a plant. Samadarshi, one is he saying Paramatma everywhere. Samadarshi, he doesn't take any spares of opposite very seriously. He knows all of them are Vyavaharik only, not Paramarthika. Third one is his darshana is of giving Sukha Shanti to everyone. Sama Darshi. Beautiful. And because of their Samadarshanatva, knowing that they are Samadarshi, we can go with our problem to them without any doubt. Anybody. A doctor cannot see which caste or religion you are. You are patient, I am doctor. That's the relation. So too, we are Bhavarogi and Bhavavaidya is Santa. That is the only relation. No other thing is taken into account or consideration. That Samadarshinattva they have, therefore we can go unhesitatingly to them. Beautiful quality. Samadarshinaha. Then we saw Nirmamaha. What a beautiful thing. They don't have an iota of mamata on anything in this world. Therefore, everything of the world is their own. So, they don't have their family. Therefore, the entire world is their family. They don't have a friend. Everybody is his friend. They don't have mother, father. Entire world of elders are mother, father. They don't have their own children, but all are their children. The joy of Nirmama, if you can recognize it, it cannot be easily explained and can't be attained also. It is a many lives of evolution. They don't have the Mama with the Deha, therefore they use this Deha for the service of total. They don't have Mama with Indriyamana also, therefore they use it for the service. They don't have Mama towards anyone, therefore there is no Na Mama towards anyone. Therefore, their guidance judgment is pakka based on the pure heart, like a judge. Judge cannot have mamata, otherwise his judgment is biased. That's why all of them, the गवाह देने वाला भी promise करेगा, The accused also do promise. The, the prosecutors, defense lawyers also do promise. Finally, when judge also takes the oath, like the culprits or sakshis, he may not say it every day, but on the day he takes the position to be the judge, he signs on that. Just like in any oath taking ceremony in our country, any ministerial post MLA MP, तो वहाँ कहते हैं without any biasness, without getting carried away by any mamata, we will be following the Constitution of India only to serve the integrity of the nation. In the same way, the judge also takes that. Else he will be biased. That's why when any person related to judge is in any issue of that particular case, साक्षी के रूप में हो या नहीं तो वादी प्रतिवादी के रूप में हो या एक्यूज के रूप में हो, then the judge will not be there, somebody will be there, the one who has no any type of mamata with anyone. Same with the doctors also. When their own family member somebody come, they don't do the treatment because mamata will shake their hands, so they call someone else. I'm giving examples. So to the saints, gurus have nirmamata. अपने देह से ममता नहीं है, व्यक्तित्व से ममता नहीं है, कोई व्यक्ति विशेष से ममता नहीं है. अगर है तो विद द एंटायर वर्ल्ड, नहीं है तो विथ नथिंग, निर्मम. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, देखो जिनको ममा होता है ना, उनको बचा के रखने का मन होता है. इट इज कॉल्ड एज ममता. अब when आप बचा के रखने का थॉट आता है, immediately you get deluded. In the delusion, the yukta nyaya, that vichakshana we lose. Again I am saying, whichever is mama, I want to protect. The thought of protection corrupts my mind. Then I lose sight of right and wrong. I take the wrong as right. There's a power there is mama. The negative power of mama. जो भी मेरा है मुझे रक्षा कर, like the mother. Her child, she want to protect. Therefore, even he does something wrong, she tries to defend, she doesn't allow him to get punished. Very funny. No, any of the people do any crime of beating someone, killing someone, as someone. No, interview their mothers. They try to say something about the child by which they want to protect him. Even though they know what the child does is wrong. There are very few mothers who just on the spur of moment they say कि मेरा बेटा कत्ल किया, अब उसको फांसी चढ़ा दो. That she may say for once, but not again and again. इसको चढ़ा के ही रहना चाहिए ऐसे, like the victim's family says, like that she will not say. She will always in the mind pray, कुछ भी हो जाए ये छूट जाए. And behind that, what is there is mama. See, 3 murders in 7 days. One happened on Udaipur, you know. Second happened in Lucknow 3 days back, you know. You saw yesterday in Ayodhya in one of the temples only. These are all not coming in the news. Every day one or the other Hindu is killed by these Muslim Rakshasas. The whole country become Hindu Rajya. Just telling the story. What is going on, you know it. So, that thing will corrupt us. Santa is he, everyone are mine, and no one is mine. His mind is seeing one Paramatma everywhere. Okay, Nirmamaha. And what example I gave is about the purity, honesty from that standpoint. It's not a contradiction. The example is not contradiction to the thought which we are elaborating. So Nirmamaha. Okay, देखो, wherever Mama is there only the Aham is there. And they are directly proportional to each other. The stronger Aham means the more Mama he has got. The more the Mama is there, the more stronger is you. They go together. Because the ego reduced, the mama gets reduced. But it never happens this way. It happens the other way only. Mama gets reduced, then only aham gets reduced. Like my post of an officer, aham is so strong. When the so strong aham is there, tell that aham to get reduced. It will not get reduced only. Why I am an officer? Remove the officer post, which is mama. Psst, the aham also becomes quiet. See that Ghamand when he is in the seat with the officer post. Ahankar, when retired or suspended or removed, ekdam thanda. Now, that is why people want to be always in the power post. तब जाकर उनका अहम चलेगा. Then aham has its own personal projects of variety of achievements which it wants to achieve without any hindrance, obstruction, opposition. Therefore, every jiva, ignorant one, wants some post. Like so many years and years of tapasya. Why did Hiranyakashipu Ravana did to get a post? When the post is there, Mama, Aham is strong. With the strongest Ahankara, they have their own projects. They want to fulfill them. Destroy the good things, destroy dharma, destroy all adhyatmikata, destroy everything related to Bhagavan. They do it. Santa doesn't have mamata, nirma se mamata दो लिया उन्होंने. वो निरंकारी, nirahankara. From this only that word nirankari in Punjab. And they don't know actually what they mean by nirankari. And they appear to be more ahankari. उनका चलने का चाल वगैरह देखो, निरंकारी is the most अहंकारी. Even in Hinduism, Nirmala Akhada, Nirankari Akhada. And that Nirankari Akhada sadhu is more ahankari than ordinary devotee. And then the Akhada, then they start fighting. You understand? These are all very intricate, subtle mayas which chase us life after the life, even though we have taken up spiritual path or seriously, sincerely, genuinely doing all our otherwise upasanas. सब चलता है. जप कर रहे हैं, भजन कर रहे हैं, पूजा कर रहे हैं, उपदेश दे रहे हैं, अनुष्ठान चल रहा है, ध्यान चल रहा है, लेकिन फिर भी it is my ashrama, is my matha, it is my dharma, and I have to work for it, I have to protect it. थोड़ा सा ममा आते ही तुरंत अहंकार आते. I started that organization. मैंने पाला पोसा पढ़ा किया. Then the अहंकार of the parents. और ये मुझे जवाब दे रहा है. Yeah, you are a सवाल, he is a जवाब. You are an unanswerable question, is an unquestionable answer. Nirmamaha nirahankar. These are all telling us the glory of Sant for us. Same time, a Sant when he studies this, he will just recheck himself. Do I have these qualities? No, first go to the gufa, अपने आप को इस तरह से तैयार करके फिर बाहर आओ to become the instrument in the hands of God. Like the corona doctors, first they cover themselves with all protecting shields, then they treat patients. So too, this is the protecting shield of the Santa. He is safer, people coming to him also are safe. These two are most important. Everywhere, Nirmoha, Nirankara, Samadukha, Sukha, Kshami. In all the Shastras, in all religion, this is talked about. Mamata Rahitya, Ahankara Rahitya. Nirahankara. In them, the functional individuality is there as the instrument in the hands of God. There is no claiming ego, claiming of any mamata. Okay, you have to do functioning, so you need to have a individuality, a responsible individuality. Kyunki it is not dream or sleep, it is waking. Waking may things can be properly done and achieved only when in a responsible supervisor is there. That responsible supervisor is the functional individuality. Like Puja Gurudev has got 3 years of itinerary. In that, so many places he will visit, go, so many lectures he will give, so many projects he will inaugurate. So it looks to be so much of kartrutva karma in him. No, they're all functional individualities. There's no ego in them. Where he has something for himself to achieve, the mamata. Nirahankara. The one who's nirmama nirahankara, na, his antakarna is purest, it is not corrupted. Therefore, they become counter for Paramatma. ममता रहित अहंकार रहित व्यक्तित्व के लिए भगवान is waiting to express himself. At that counter, that vyaktitva of that person is not there. Abhivyakti of the Paramatma is there through that person. That's why is counter. The person with ahankara, mamakara does the encounter of Bhagwan's grace only. But the one without ahankara, mamakara becomes counter for Paramatma to express his grace for the world. निरहंकार. अहंकार है तो डोमिनेट करने का कोशिश करता है, ममकार है तो पाने का कोशिश करता है. नेदर टू गेन नॉट टू रीन, REGIN, है ना, गेन रीन, ना कोई रूल करने का ना कुछ पाने का संत के मन में होता है. क्यों? रूल करने का ही नहीं, क्योंकि अहंकार नहीं. पाने का कुछ नहीं, क्योंकि ममकार नहीं. For nirmamaha nirahankara. What a beautiful qualities. And that we'll understand when our life is filled with so much of mamata. एक छोटा वस्तु भी हम छोड़ने नहीं देते, किसी को देते नहीं. And the ahankar is so filled without any great achievements, etc. That little bit anybody says, immediately my ego is punctured or burst or hurt, then I react so much. Today's world is full of mama ahankar. इधर में ममा नहीं है, मतलब कोई पोजीशन नहीं, कोई पोजीशन नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं, लेकिन अहंकार भरपूर है. पता नहीं है, पेक्यूलर सोसाइटी वी आर लिविंग नाउ इन. You can't say anything to your grandchild, even little. उस गधे के लिए आपने कितना किया? पहले तो इस गधे को पैदा किया जिसने उसको पैदा किया. Then you have so much of love for that useless fellow that your precious human life, which is meant for mukti, of that so many hours you gave by night out doing to save that fellow, by taking that fellow to get an ice cream, to घुमाओ फिराओ, कितना कितना नॉनसेंस टाइम वेस्ट किया हमने उसके लिए. बट यू कांट से समथिंग, बेटा तुम टाइम पे उठना, सुबह पढ़ना, इवन दैट यू कांट से. दादू, वर यू टू टेल मी? द ईगो. Nowadays, peculiar world. Boss has no chance to say anything to subordinate. Therefore, they become intelligent, the bosses. कुछ बोलो मत उसको, बस सस्पेंशन ऑर्डर दे दो. No discussion, because discussion you only have your own ego and justification. Very secretly, confidentially होता है. So you are reported, and then through the intermediate means, it is told that he is removed from the job. The boss removed from job. You are not given accessibility to meet him. अब जाओ जो करना है कर. Because they are not ready to listen. Ego. है ना, हड़ताल करना. Colleges, schools में so much ego pampered into the children by the parents that the teachers cannot say anything strongly. Can't even say a word or scold. Therefore, teachers just without looking at the children, they just do the teaching so formally that they just end the year, 1 year of 365 days, without even looking at the eyes of children. Then how can there be a good relation between a teacher and taught when you can't look at each other's eye with that love devotion? Why? The ahankara in the children. That's how they are trained, misguided. Exceptions होते हैं always, even in the Naraka also, even in the Ravanasura's place also, there are some Vibhishanas, there are some of these Trijatas, Sarama, वो तो होते हैं. Exceptions are there. Even राक्षस के राज्य में भी दो चार अच्छे लोग होते हैं. अहंकार very important. In Vivek Chudamani, regarding Ahankara, the way beautifully Bhagavan Shankara says is, it's so humorous but so beautiful. The point is, if you take a rope as snake, imagine, and by mistake you stamp it on that snake, you may get afraid or jumped, but still it won't harm you because you imagine that it is a snake, but actually it is a rope. Once you know it's a rope, no pain at all. नो डर एट ऑल. अरे थैंक गॉड, मैंने सांप सोचा, इतना डर गया कि वो मेरे को डसेगा, काटेगा, बट लकीली इट इज अ रोप. हाउ रिलैक्स इट इज. आफ्टर दिस एक्सपीरियंस ही वेंट अगेन 1 kilometer ahead. There actually a snake was there because your earlier experience you thought ये भी एक रस्सी हो सकता है. Then you take the rassi in your neck and put it like Bhola Shankar, thinking that it is rassi, whereas actually it is a snake. What will be the situation? In the earlier situation, you are afraid taking it as snake, but you are safe because it is not a snake. In the second case, you are fearless, thinking that it is a safe rope. Whether you are taking it as rope, therefore you are fearless. But because it is a snake, it will bite and you will die. There, the second example is given for the ahankara. Ahankara is a sarpa, which we have taken it as a rope and kept in our gala. And it is going on dusting us and dusting whoever are there inside, near to us. See the example? रस्सी को सांप मानो तो ज़्यादा टेंशन नहीं, बट सांप को ना रस्सी को सांप मानो, so there is a little fear till the rassi is known as it is. But when you take the sampa as rassi, you think that you are safe, but you are not safe. You are in the hands of snake. It will just do one biting dead. Ahankara is like sarpa, which we take it as a rope, thinking it is harmless and putting in our life, and it is what is biting us and everyone. अहंकारे कर्तरि अहम इति मतिं मुंच सहसा विवेकाभावाद् वै स्फुरति भुजगे रज्जुदिषणा ततो नर्थव्रातः निपतति समातः तुरधिकः प्रतीतश्चिन्मूर्तेः तव सुखधनोः संस्कृतिः इयम्. You are as Chinmurti, yours is Sukhatanu. You are as consciousness a peaceful person. But still, why are you having pain? Because you are being bitten by the poison. Of which the snake? Which is the snake? Ahankar. So my own aham is biting me and people around. I am taking it as an innocent rope, but it is a poisonous snake. See an example? See, today, nowadays, if you want to have sadhana quickly done, only one prayer. भगवान ये ममकार अहंकार मेरे मन से निकाल दो. Please see that I have no mamata on anyone to insist on them, to demand from them, etc. सब आप, मैं भी आपका हूँ तो मेरा और कैसा हो सकता है. With these prayers, the mama we have to transcend. And also see to it the Lord, the aham is not there. I am only your dasa, your interest, your sevaka. I am at your feet. See to it that the aham goes away. And the toughest part is what in life, everything can be given up, but not the ahankara of giving up. And people see, they give lot of dana, so much of the things they do only again for ahankar. मेरा नाम होना चाहिए. Very tough it is. And what ahankara gets feeding is on the mamakara. The fatter the mama, the fatter is aham. So to make ahankara thinner and thinner, mama should be totally given up to the God. When the mama is given up, the aham also shunya. There is a chance. Santa don't have aham, Santa don't have mama. Nirvamaha, nirahankaraha. Because nirvama, therefore they don't take away anything from us. Nirahankara, therefore they don't bite us like a snake. They may give some teaching, upadesha, scolding. That is only a treatment. But there is no fighting ego individuality in them. In them only the functional aham is there, which is expressing Paramatma's krupa. Recognize that. What a beautiful life it is. Such a Santa, if we are lucky in our life, we get. And being at their feet for 30, 40 years, we also get molded like that. Is it not? Like the iron touching the Parashvedi, becoming the gold. Like that. Nirmama nirahankaraha, the last two one, nirdvandvaha, easily understandable. I need not exhaustively explain. In them, the dvandva are taken equally. Therefore, influence of the pairs of opposite is not there to disturb them. Nirdvandva. निर्द्वंद्वाय नमः. कोई द्वंद्व नहीं है उनमें, द्वैत भी नहीं है. द्वैत is I am different, world is different. Dvandva is in the world there are two different things. Towards one I have liking, towards the other one I have disliking. And Jagat is made by Lord by Dvandva. But it should not influence me that I become Dvandva Bhava. Nirdvandva. He gives samana value to both of them. Nirdvandvaha. So, nirakmamaha, nirankaraha, nirdvandva. Pairs of opposite. You insult them, praise them, you give them gifts, you take away things from them. Here they don't have dvandva. The dvesha, dvandva are the raga dvesha dvandva. Then jaya parajaya dvandva, labha hani dvandva, shatru mitra dvandva. These are all never, they don't touch him only. Okay, the last one is nishparigraha. They don't have the parigraha. Parigraha is in Shastra Vedanta. Yoga may be, Vedanta may be. This parigraha is said to be the biggest obstacle. That is why whenever the spiritual values are told, this one comes without missing. Definitely this quality comes. Parigraha means possessions. Possession, possessing. परिग्रह नहीं है उनको. ग्रह मीन्स टू होल्ड ऑन. परि मीन्स परितः, मीन्स holding on to something as his own. Mamata is with regard to the people, parigraha is with regard to the objects. To specify, otherwise both appear to be same meaning. Okay? So parigraha you can put as all the objects position. So if the parigraha is there, then he'll be in fear of protecting them. Fear of losing them. So nishparigraha. All these lakshanas you can see in our Paramaguru Tapon Maharaj. He is anapeksha. His chitta is always in Ganga Maya, Bhagavan Himalaya, Kashishwanath, Shruti Mata. Why wonderful? Why Prashanta? I look at the eyes of Tapon Maharaj. You don't need to do any meditation. He will see that it happens. As much Gambhira, Sukshma, Shanti you see in Puja Gurudev's eyes. Tapon Maharaj ka base. Prashantaha. Then Samadarshina. So Samata in him. Then Nirmama. No Mamata, small heart meant. And not a big collection of disciples and boasting कि मेरे इतने disciple है. देख कल जाके एक एक धोखा देता रहेगा. Then you will know the pain of it. No Mama. The gurus sometimes have the mama with the disciple. That will make them so miserable because to cut that mama also, Bhagavan plays Maya and trick. That disciple on whom this guru has so many hopes, उसका दिमाग फिर जाता है and he says bye to the guru and goes. That the guru understands. अरे यार, even here also I cannot have mamata. So go wherever you go, be happy. Be happy or bahad mein jaye. I am not worried. Go. Tapohanmara nirmama. Then nirahankara. Aha. How can who is at the feet of Vishwanath, Gangavaya, have even kinchita ahankar? The word all the time used by Paramaguru Tapon Maharaj about himself was, मैं अकिंचन हूँ, अकिंचन हूँ, अकिंचन हूँ. You know, that akinchanata is both. Mama is also not there, aham is also not there. I have nothing, therefore akinchana. And I am nothing, therefore akinchana. Two are in one word. Akinchana, akinchana, akinchana. Wonderful word. This can be expressed in Urdu lafz. Urdu शब्द में एक है. People say it out of arrogance, but the meaning of it is this only. Nachis. इस नाचीज को हुक्म कीजिए क्या करें. अकिंचना अकिंचनार्तिमार्जनम चिरंतनोक्त, है ना. विदानमया विशदैक कला न च किंचन कांचनम अस्ति गुरो अकिंचनम अकिंचनम. मेरा कुछ नहीं, मैं भी कुछ नहीं. Akinchana. This should be realized. You know, how can anything be mine? Can I anything? Did I bring anything? Am I taking anything? In between things are there. That's called only trusty. That's why the quotation 8 days back, you remember? It is laughable, enjoyable. Anytime I remember. We came with nothing, fight for everything, and go with nothing. Came with nothing. Na aham, na mama. And fight for everything, the mama and aham. And while going, go with nothing. See the power of Maya. How can there be mama? Mama jnanam. There is no better laughable thing than this. Jnana doesn't belong to anyone. Mama Shakti, my talents. कुछ मेरा नहीं है, उनका है. मैं भी कुछ नहीं हूं, मैं उनका हूं. मेरा भी तेरा, मैं भी तेरा. ये मेरा और मैं का हमें तेरा भी करना चाहिए. तेरा हवी त्रयोदशी. निर्ममा निरहंकारा निर्द्वंद्वा निष्परिग्रह. No parigrah. If you see the Maharaj Kutia, one that hard caught because it's too cold, you have to protect the deha, and Kamandalu, one or two books, so that's only to teach. Otherwise, he is always in the Brahma Chintana, Mahavakya Chintana. Pura khali, no parigraha. And the funny part of it is, such great yogis, jnanis, siddha purushas, avadutas, when they live with so much of aparigraha. When they die, on their name, the disciples collect so much of parigraha. Maja, tamasha, dekh tamasha duniya ka. Okay, homework for all of us is just to feel the meaning of these words and feel the glory of the Sant. Then feel and have the desire to be at their feet, to be blessed by them, so that they teach us the ukti with which all our vyasanga of the mana goes away. And what happens in the company of Santa and what we have to get from them, that will be told to us in the subsequent beautiful slokas. Don't miss. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vachishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. चलो थोड़ा रामायण कर लो.